Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Home School. I am Sabrina Haq, Assistant Teacher of Science, National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. Today I am going to take a science class for class 8 student on the based on chapter 4, reproduction in plants, and this is the part 1. Let's start the class. Dear students, now you will say what is reproduction. Reproduction is in every organism of the world tends to keep its descendants before it dies. This is a natural phenomenon. The complex process by which an organism produces its offspring is known as reproduction. It is of two categories. One is sexual reproduction while another is called asexual reproduction. Dear students, first we will discuss about asexual reproduction. Let's start asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is a mode of reproduction by which offspring arise from a single parent and inherit the gene of that parent only. It is reproduction which does not involve meiosis, fertilization. The offspring will be exact genetic copies of the parent. Asexual reproduction is mostly found in lower graded living beings. Asexual reproduction is of two types. For example, spore reproduction and vegetative reproduction. Now let's start the formation of spores. The tendency of asexual reproduction by spore production is found mainly in lower graded plants. The modified somatic cells of the plant body produces organs which contains spores. These are known as spore case or sporangium. A fully formed sporangium generally bears numerous spores. Sometimes sporangium bears a single spore, which may develop outside of sporangium are known as exospore. Some exospore are known as conidium. Now start the next, vegetative reproduction. Asexual reproduction takes place by vegetative structure without formation of spores or gamete. This type of reproduction known as vegetative reproduction. Now we will discuss about natural vegetative reproduction. Vegetative reproduction that take place naturally by different methods. First method is segmentation. Generally, this type of reproduction is seen in lower plants. Example, Spirogyra. And second one is through roots. Some plants are grow from the roots. Example, Shagun, Portal, etc. Some roots are fat and juicy. Buds are grown on the surface and from these buds new plants grow. Example, sweet potato. Now start about modified stem. Students, you have read already about modified stem in your previous class, that means in class 7's book. Now we will revise it again for the reproductive organ. In some cases, stems are modified. Some of these modified stems have no resemble with true stem for their appearance and positions. This modification occurs in order to protect from adverse condition, to ensure storage of food or for vegetative reproduction. These modifications are given below. First modified stem is tuber. Stem tuber are formed by outgrowth from the lowest auxiliary buds which turn downward into the soil. Eventually, the tip of the underground stem fills with stars and swells rapidly to form a tuber. Tubers are distinguished by their origin and the presence on their surfaces of scale leaves and auxiliary buds, which form the eyes, and from each eye an individual plant grows. For example, potato. Now our next modified stem is rhizome. Rhizome lies parallel inside the soil. Like stem, it bears distinct node and internode. Internode bears scale leaves and auxiliary buds. They become fatting and juicy by storing food. For example, ginger. From these auxiliary buds, ginger can reproduce. Now we will go to our third modified stem, that is bulb. These are very small stems. New plants grow on their auxiliary and terminal buds. Example, onion or garlic. Now our fourth modified stem is stolon. In case of aram, some branches are modified for reproduction. Stolon produces buds at the terminal end and thus help in reproduction. Example, aram. Our fifth modified stem is offset. Water hyacinth, spirodela, etc. form a very short runner called an offset. Runner grow out horizontally from auxiliary buds, forming several new plants. After some days, the daughter plants are detached from mother plant and grow individually. Example, water hyacinth. Our sixth modified stem is bulbil. The improper development of auxiliary buds of some plants form round shaped structure called bulbil. After some time, bulbil is separated from the plant and drops on soil and finally produce new plants. Example, yam. Go to our next modification or next reproductive organ, vegetative reproductive organ, that is form leaves. We already read about this type of leaves. This we get in Bryophyllum. Now we will read it again. From a grounded leaf of Bryophyllum, numerous young Bryophyllum grows. Now our next point, that we have read already natural vegetative reproduction. Now we will go to read artificial vegetative reproduction. In some plants, artificial vegetative reproduction is a useful tool to restore the parental quality. Let us know about the artificial vegetative propagation or reproduction. First, artificial vegetative reproduction name is grafting. Students, this part is too much important and you are known with this because you read it in your previous science book, but we will discuss it again. So, listen carefully and learn it properly. The process by which a straight, young and fresh stem develops root and thus enables the stem to live individually is known as grafting. A cut is made in the bark of the stem where roots to be developed. Now the cut is to be covered by soil and cow dung, and finally with the help of cellophane tape or polythene. Cellophane tape is, we known it as post tape. Its name is cellophane tape or polythene to protect the fall of soil and cow dung. This part of stem should be kept moist by regular watering. It kept in this condition, if kept in this condition, root will grow in a couple of days. The stem with root separated from mother plant grow into new plant after planting. Now go to our next artificial vegetative reproduction. The name of the artificial vegetative reproduction is cutting. The stem cutting of a rose put into moist soil grows new leaves after a few days. Each stem of this kind grow into a new plant. That means if we want to get a rose plant, we will cut a stem of the rose plant and we will put it into a moist soil and we will get a new plant. Now go to our next that point is sexual reproduction. We have already finished about asexual reproduction. Now we are going to start sexual reproduction. Fruit grows from flower and seed from fruits. Seed gives rise to the new generation. A flowering plant produces offspring through sexual production. So, flower is an important organ of plant. Now we will start about discussing about flower. The parts of the flower are receptacle, calyx, petal, stamen. Stamen is another name of stamen is androecium, and the carpel, it is gynoecium. If a flower has all these parts, is known as complete flower, and if a flower does not have all these parts, is known as incomplete flower. Some flowers may have extra parts under the calyx, is called apicalyx. Some flower may or may not have stalks, that is pedicel. Now we will discuss about the different parts of a flower. Look students, there is a picture of the flower. This part is called floral axis, this part is called sepal. This is petal, and look that middle part is carpels, that means it contains stigma, style, ovary. It is the female reproductive organ of the plant, and this part are stamen. This is the male reproductive organ of a flower. It contains this red color part is called anther, and this lower part, that means green color part, is called filamen, and this part is called pedicel. Now come to about the description of the different parts of a flower. First is sepal. In many flowers there are an outermost whorl or sepals, known collectively as the calyx. Sepals are usually green and look like small leaves. Now go to our next whorl of the flower. Name of this whorl is petals. In most of the flower, the reproductive organs are surrounded by a whorl of petals. Petals are known collectively as corolla of the flower. Petals may be joined as in Dhutora or may be remain separated as in China rose or hibiscus. Some flowers have different colored and scented petals which attract insects to flowers. This is second whorl of flower. Now we will learn about the stamen. Surrounding the gynoecium is a whorl of stamen. Stamens known collectively as androecium. These are the male reproductive organs. Stamen consist of stalks or filament bearing an anther. Each anther is made of 4 pollen sacs in which pollen grains are formed. Pollen grains contains male gametes. They take part in reproduction directly. This is the third whorl of flower. Students, look, I gave some picture of how the stamen is arranged in different types of flower. This is the stamen of China rose and this is the stamen of Dhutora. And there are 5 types of arrangement of stamen or androecium. Now go to the carpels. The gynoecium is at the center of a flower. A gynoecium may be structured with 1 or more carpels which are completely merged with each other. Then it is called polycarpus. The gynoecium is typically made up of an ovary, style and stigma as in the center of flower. 1 or more ovules are in a flowers arranged inside the ovary. Within the ovule, the female reproductive cell ovum is produced. This ovum, like an androecium, is directly involved in the process of reproduction. Dear students, sepal and petals is the not necessary, but it helps to reproduction, but stamen and carpels are directly involved to the reproduction. Now we will read about the inflorescence. Inflorescence, the mode of arrangement of flowers on the floral axis is known as inflorescence. The inflorescence of 2 types such as racemose, the growth of floral axis is unlimited, and the cymose, the growth of floral axis is limited. Dear students, we will discuss the left part of the chapter in our next class. And I gave you the homework. This is the first homework for your annual term examination. And first homework is you have to make 5 knowledge based questions with answer from this part. That means up to interference you have to make 5 knowledge based questions with answer and you have to submit on Sunday. Dear students, I have finished my today's topic. Hope you have understood. If you feel any problem, you face any problem, you can contact with me. In the board I have written my contact number, and with my name you can find my messenger ID also. Hope you have understood and read the chapter properly, learn all the things, because this is the basic things of the biology. You have to learn all the things. So read at home, abide by your parents, stay safe, stay home. See you again. Allah Hafiz.